Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I just thought I'd bring you along and show you around what's been going on over the last couple of weeks because I've been working away. I know a few of you have seen the small clips I've put up, but Friday today, it's actually Lisa's birthday, and we've got a very nice day. A little bit of rain forecast for next week. I hope we do get it. The old lemon tree there which wasn't doing very well, so I've just popped that out with the digger. We've got the fig tree here which is in its first fruit of the year. We never get many figs on the first fruit. You can see a couple. I mean, what there is on the tree is fine, you know, they're nice figs, but there's not many. But we get a second fruit, and that's always much better, much heavier. But the tree's doing well. I've got to trim it back after this fruit. I have to trim it back a bit in the middle because it's getting too high again. I took the middle right out of it not so long ago, but it grows very quick. I bought a new hedge trimmer the other day, and I've just been going along. We get a lot of mulberry bushes which grow wild, and they're very strong. You can see here they grow through the fence, and they're very strong, so I just nip them off with the hedge trimmer, and I'll come along and just cut those larger stems back, but it's just opened it up a bit. Muttley won't be too happy because he was using this big one for shade, so he'll have to find another place to go. But just trimmed off along the hedge. And then we're coming up into the area where, if you saw the small clip the other day, I filled all this area in with earth from where I cleared down below because we had a lot of cracks. Here's another mulberry bush. If you see, I've got some zip ties on the fence. I've actually opened the fence up there to be able to get through and cut it all off on the other side, and then I'll wire it all back up again. So yeah, here's the area that I filled in from that earth that I brought up the other day in the dumper. I tipped it here in this corner, so I filled everything in. And got a photo coming up of the orchard, just looking back over the top of the trees. So this is the paddock on the other side of the entrance into the house, and again these patches you see are where I've filled in with earth, and I've also given the paddock a good scrape off with the machine. That had some large cracks, but also it's always been rather uneven. It's actually what they call a huerta, which is designated for growing, so it had always been an area where they grew fruit there. Grew vegetables. So I just levelled that off a bit and filled any cracks in that were there. Nice views out today. Here's the shipping container that I've got a lot of stuff in. Actually, last night we had a lot of thunder and lightning coming over in the night, so I dashed out and put quite a few things that I'd left out because we've got such good weather. I put them just inside the container, so it's a complete mess at the moment, but that's only because I threw everything in there last night. And here's the paddock where I've squared it off. Old Muttley's here under the tree, keeping in the shade. Yeah, so as you can see, I just threw everything in there last night, so I'll get in there and sort that out because I just threw it all in there on the floor, thinking we were gonna have a thunderstorm, and actually we didn't. It went round us, and we didn't get anything at all. Here's some rubble I've cleared that was up on the driveway, and that's going to be used for infill to make a flat area there by the container. Must remember not to get too close to the edge here. This is that track I've been clearing off. You can see nice and level, going down to the lower part of the garden. Oh, and we are getting a bit close to the edge here. Have to be careful. Oh, we seem to have taken off. I must be able to fly. Well, I hope you enjoy the view. I've got the drone as well, and I took those shots with the drone. I thought I'd just fly you around out over this side and get some of the view this afternoon. This is looking back towards the east, towards Malaga, towards the city. So where you can see the grass, that's the neighbour's farm on that side. This farm finishes there on the rocky access down the side there, where the trees stop. Got the high Sierra in the background over the top of the trees. And then we're coming round and looking back towards the house. So the house is where those tall pines are, or cypresses I should say. Excuse me. So we're going back down the access now. Some of you watched the video the other day with me clearing that off. We had some rain and it softened everything up, so I took the opportunity to give it a scrape with the machine and use the dumper to clear it away. And I cleared all behind the chapel here. Made a bit of space for building materials and bits and pieces. So when I finalise everything, I'll start from down in this bottom corner here and work my way up, and just clear as I go, working my way up towards the top. We've got a skip here for rubbish which is full at the moment, so I'll get that changed next week, and then I can get rid of all the stuff that's hanging around. I've been using the new hedge trimmer to get into some plumbago bushes, which are actually from South Africa. They do very well here, and they literally just grew into these huge masses. So this new hedge trimmer is really good. It's a Husqvarna, and a powerful little thing. So you're able to really get in and chop things back. I'll show you in a moment. Cleared all under this large olive tree here, and I had to fix the fence because unfortunately you can see just chopped off at the bottom of the fence there. There's a lot of cactus growing, and they'd grown through the fence and pulled the fence down. So I had to put some new 1 metre of fence through the top of that 2 metre fence. And this is where I've been clearing, so I've got this nice and level now, ready to start bringing bits and pieces down to tidy up. Most of that in that pile is rubbish, either to be burnt or to be thrown away in the skip when I get the skip changed. And this is the next bit of fencing I'm going to do tomorrow, so that undergrowth needs to be cut down, and then I'll do the same again, run 1 metre of fencing along the top, because that undergrowth has got hold of the fence and pulled it down. cactuses growing here as well. And this is where I've been clearing, just that you can see just by the dumper there, that was a huge plumbago which had got away, so managed to cut that all the way back. And these white bushes are oleanders, and they get, after they flower, they get cut all the way back as well because they grow very fast. You can see it's actually quite windy this afternoon. I've turned the sound right down on the camera because it was really windy. Big olive tree there needs to be pruned back. These are plumbagos. These hedges there have been pruned back, and I've cleared all this through the other day. And as I said, this big bush up the end here, which doesn't look so bad now, but you can see still some remnants sticking up, which I've got to trim off now. And then this is the kitchen work I've been doing. So this is pretty much finished now. Unfortunately, we're waiting to collect some materials to finish off because of the virus. We haven't been able to go and get the materials, some of which we've already paid for. So I put this island in with the gas range, and then I went through the wall up the end. That's new, that opening through the wall. This is Lisa's sort of coffee bar area. And new units either side, which I built. New steps, which I put in. New opening through the wall. That used to be a bedroom on the other side of the wall there. Got a new Belfast style sink. I haven't made the doors yet because we haven't got the material. Unfortunately, I've got to pick the material up as soon as the Timber Merchants opens again. I've got the two wooden posts to go up the side of the opening, but I haven't got the tiling. We've paid for the tiling, ordered and paid for the tiling, and it's come to the supplier, but we can't go and pick it up. So, and this is what was the bedroom, is now the dining room, and this wall, which used to have two small windows in, is now all glass going out into the courtyard. So we can open that right up, and I mean, on a day like today, it should be open. I haven't been in the house today, but ordinarily on a day like today, you'd have the glass all completely open. That's the entrance into the old part of the house. And Lisa's tidied all the courtyard up and painted, and I rebuilt that seat, and she's made a cushion for it and tidied everything up. She's got her pot plants all growing out here. So it's all been freshly painted and redone. Now, it was an area that we didn't really use much before, and now we've got this glass wall. Of course, we can see it all the time, and we can open these panels up and have it all open. And I built that area, that wall is new, and I built that area for the washing machine and the dryer to keep them out of the way. Now up the steps, going up past the old part of the house, and then along the top. This is where the cars are parked, so you know where we are now. We've come around full circle. There's a lot of building materials up here that need to be moved down to where I've levelled and cleared down behind the chapel building. These are the water deposits from where the well pumps up to. We've got 6,000 litres of water in there all the time. Here's a picture of this elevation down the side of the house. You see where Lisa's painting at the side. And then I cleared, and I was working down here the other day. We had some big bougainvillea bushes which have grown up, and really got away from us on the fence line. You can see them cut right back there. They got absolutely huge, and they're vicious things. They've got huge thorns, very hard to get into them and cut them back. I wish I'd had that hedge cutter. I didn't have it when I did that job the other day. It only came a couple of days ago. There's a little time lapse of me cutting the bougainvillea back. That's all clear. That's what that side looks like now of the house. And then these are huge yucca plants. A lot of people have a yucca in a pot, in their house. These things grow wild here, and they grow absolutely enormous, as you can see. Every now and then, Lisa goes around and just clears all the dead leaves off from underneath them. Just go along with a knife and just trim them off. And then down on this lower level, I've got to come down and trim this back. This is another bougainvillea here, this coral coloured one. This is what the other one was like on the fence. They grow like crazy. And then they have a clear up down here. And you should be able to continue right around to that area where I'm going to be doing the fencing tomorrow, where the top of the fence has been pulled down, but that is blocked at the moment, so I've got to clear that out. Okay guys, well I hope you enjoyed the little tour around. Nice day, so some nice views out from the house, lovely blue sky, and just showing you what I've been doing and what's been keeping me busy. So I hope you're all well. I hope everyone is getting through the current situation okay, and hopefully I will speak and hear from you all soon. Goodbye for now.